Hello, my friends, and welcome to My Spiritual Sanctuary. My name is Sandra, and welcome back. If you've been with me before, welcome back. Good to see you. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. I know I've been gone for a while, but with this pandemic and going through a lot of personal issues, I have been kind of sidetracked and distracted from my normal activities. However, I'm back and I'm really happy to be back with all of you today. And wanted to share a little bit about what's coming up for July and the energies that we're going to be experiencing as we move forward into the July summer season. And I want to say to everyone, happy summer solstice, Mercury retrograde, and also total solar eclipse. How is everybody doing out there? Yeah, this is a powerful one, and we'll feel the effects of it for about 6 months. I know we had it during the evening hours, so it wasn't really visible here in the US. However, it definitely affected a lot of us on an energetic level and will be affecting a lot of us on an energetic level for about the next 6 months until we move into the next round of eclipses coming up in November and December. Okay, we have one more eclipse coming up on July 5th, and that'll be a lunar eclipse. So this is the third one in a row of 3. Normally when we have a total solar eclipse, it is followed or preceded by a lunar eclipse, and sometimes there's 2 and sometimes there's 3. Just so happens this year we have 3 right in the middle of all the other stuff that we're encountering on an energetic level and on a physical 3D level with the pandemic and the COVID virus. So we're still seeing the effects of all of that right now. Even though we are venturing out into the world, people are getting out these days. I know finally I have been out and about to see what is the way of the new normal, they call it. It's been quite interesting. Things are not going to be the same, and having listened to a lot of the top leaders and experts and masters, spiritual teachers, it looks like, we're never going to have it go back to the way things were. And now as we're moving into this age of Aquarius, we are all ascending to a higher level, and the energetic influences in our new 3D experience is going to be very much different than it has been in the past. So we're all being asked to start anew, and we are all building a new structure for our lives. And as most of us are working from home these days and not going into the office, and as the children are doing their school and their studies from home, and it sounds like a lot of the children will be continuing on that path with the coming school year, as well as maybe having some group meetings in their schools and then some at home time. Our life as we know it is going to be changing here in 2020. And as a result, we're all building these new structures, which, is what I'm here to talk about today as a Feng Shui practitioner, consultant, as an energetic influencer, coach, life coach, and all of those things. Astrologer that I do to help with the ascension process as we know it and moving forward. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up and the influences of this new structure that we're all going through. So what I have heard from my other master teachers is the key words that we have to remember during this time is I am enough. I am enough. Just like I am, I might have lost my job, my relationships, my home, whatever it is, whatever loss that you're experiencing. even if you haven't experienced a true financial loss or a relationship loss or a health loss, things are changing for you, and you always have to remember that you are enough, okay? And versus the question, am I enough? Well, I am enough is the mantra for this moving forward in our time. This time that we're moving into is the self versus authority. So as you probably noticed, everything on the authorities scene is changing. And I've made some notes, so I'm going to just refer to my notes so I don't leave anything out. We're moving towards this age of Aquarius where the energy influence is all about integrity, character, bravery, and courage. Working smarter, not harder anymore, with no expectations. Humility versus humiliation. If you are too much in your ego in these coming energetic influences of this new world, you will experience humiliation. You gotta let the ego go and go to humility, okay? And that is knowing who you are versus what authority is telling you you are. This total solar eclipse has brought this forward for all of us. And it's in 0 degrees Cancer. So that's all about home, safety, security, comfort, family, all those things that we hold so near and dear to our heart, our relationships with our family, our home, our safety. That's all being triggered right now. So what the universe is all telling us on a spiritual lesson level is know who you are inside yourself. That's something nobody can take away from you. There will be intensified energy coming up in July. We have astrological influences coming up. Actually tomorrow, July. Where'd that come from? June 27th. We have Mars going into Aries. That is huge push forward. That's the kind of energy that wars are born in, okay? So anger issues may be coming up for you at this time. It's important that you stay calm, practice your meditation, your spiritual rituals, and don't take things too seriously. Know who you are in your essence. Don't let the authorities tell you who you are. Don't let the outside world, the external world, relate to you who you are. Do what is right for you at this time, because that's what the universe is asking of all of us. You'll be having decision issues. You'll be caught on the fence mentally. Analysis paralysis. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Don't make rash decisions. Don't let anybody force you into making decisions quickly. This is not a time period for that. It's all about what is right for us as individuals. We're individuating now. We have been in groups, group consensus, the herd mentality, and now we're moving towards more of an individuation, interdependent individuals who are a part of the greater whole, working together. Not codependency, dependent on a structure, or dependent on another individual, dependent on something outside yourself, but being who you are in an independent, interdependent nature, but being a part of the entire whole, which entails you to be an individual and to use your gifts and talents and know what those are. So it would be a wonderful time for you to get an astrology reading, and I would be happy to help you with that. So if you're interested in finding out more about what would be the better way for you to move forward if you're on indecision or you're on the fence about a career aspect, or should I stay in this relationship, leave this relationship, should I take this move, that move, definitely is a time to have an astrology session. So my information is below if you're interested in that. There'll be power and authority issues, us versus authority at this time, and we can see that everywhere in our world. Abuses of power, individuals versus supervisors, courts, government, banks, law, police, jail, and father issues. Our masculine energy is being tested versus our feminine energy. The masculine energy is the pushing forward, and the feminine energy is being receptive, letting things come to us. Those things that are meant for us will be for us. The universe will not take those away. So just know you don't have to push and force and coerce anymore. There is a time for action, and there is a time for non-action. And the universe is asking us to have balance in all of those feminine and masculine influences and within ourselves. The control is out of control, as we've seen in our world right now. The only way to balance that is to step back, reanalyze, rediscover, review. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. Okay? And it's about not moving forward recklessly at this time, especially with the influences of Mars and Aries. And most of you know, if you've been with me, I work with Chinese metaphysics. I work with Chinese astrology, Bazai. On July 6th through August 5th, we have the influence of the yin water goat. The goat and the year of the rat are harm. So also more energetic influence of forcefulness, wars, anger, destruction. So we're seeing it on all different levels of how we read energy, okay? So it's important that you stay within the vortex of energy of self. And what that means is make sure that you are loving the feelings around you. Love what you're doing every day. Be in love and compassion for self. Therefore, it'll start to attract that around you. Okay? It all starts with the individuation process. Stay in the vortex of love, compassion. Do those things that you love to do and enjoy. Okay? And find great joy in all the small things, even folding laundry, doing dishes. Always expressing kindness out to others, okay? And standing up for your own truth, not being swayed by authorities. Malicious authorities, ineffective authorities, gender issues with authorities, we're seeing that even with all of the laws changing for the health arena, with the gay populations, the transgender population. Those laws are now changing for the health industry, as we have seen. That's showing up in the planetary aspects. Freedom, independence, and as I said before, codependent versus interdependent relationships are going to be key now. Interdependent relationships, being an individual, your own uniqueness, and then serving the group. Okay? So the fact that we're all getting new structures put upon us in every situation, we need to be willing to learn as a new student. We're starting from a beginner's mind. Be willing to explore and experience new things, no matter what you've done in the past may not fit what's coming in the future. Be willing to and open to experience new avenues as you move forward. And integrate this new cycle that we're all moving into with the wisdom from the old cycle. We're always learning and growing and evolving. Okay, so this is all about spiritual ascension that we're going through. We're all ascending to higher levels. And we can help each other to grow and evolve on a much higher level than we've ever experienced before. Now, as I've learned, and I believe I've talked about this in my last videos, was that in 1918 was the Spanish flu. It's very similar to what the COVID virus was. So they did have a couple of different waves of that. Now, not trying to predict anything, however, being forewarned is being forearmed. So, you know, the best advice is to individuate and, you know, find economic skills that you can handle on a micro level as a business owner, doing things on your own, creating hobbies and projects that you can do to serve the greater good of all is going to be our path forward, not depending on structures, okay, like we have in the past, banks, corporations, government. No, it's all about the individual moving forward. And part of this spiritual awakening is remembering that you cannot go to paranoia, fear, or insecurity, because then you will attract, and that will be illuminated by the sun. You will attract more of that to you. So that's even more important, that you stay in the vortex of love, compassion, individuation, and being the best version of yourself with no limitations, always experiencing more of love and compassion for self, and then we will radiate that out externally and then attract that to us. Meditation, prayer is so awesome for that. Making sure you have a regular meditation practice. And meditation is listening to the divine, taking all of that information that comes through. It's not at your imagination. That is your guidance. That is coming from a higher mind, your higher self. No matter what you're experiencing in the external world, you always have that divine connection that's giving you the information to take that next step forward. And then prayer is talking to God, giving thanks for what you do have in your life, and knowing it's exactly what you need, and knowing that the divine always provides what we need at any given moment. We are never in scarcity. We always have what we need at any given time. And knowing that will give us more. We're open to it. So as we move forward into July, I will be doing giving more guidance on a daily basis, as well as I will be doing more Feng Shui for your home. I'll be giving tips and tricks on Feng Shui for your environment, as most of us are working from home these days, spending more time at home with the virus, you know, just those numbers are increasing, and you know, if we do find ourselves going through a second wave in the fall, then it's important that we set up our homes for positive energy flow, positive chi, peace, and just setting it up for the optimum experience so that we can allow the positive energies to continue to flow. And that is about releasing clutter, which I'm doing, releasing all that no longer serves us on an energetic level in our home environments, and allowing the new to flow in. So, my friends, that is what I have for you today. So let's end on doing a few angel cards. These are the Saints and the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and messages from the angels for healing. And I've been saving these cards for about 30 days with all my crystals surrounding them for the best energy flows. I'll be using these for my soul element readings, which I'll be doing this weekend. They're coming back by popular demand. So watch for those. They're coming up. Let's see what we have for you today. Oh, we have blessings of abundance for all of you out there. May you all be blessed with abundance and love in your life. And for all the animal lovers out there, we have Yvonne. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over. Now, the animals have been treated really well because we're all home. I don't have any pets myself, but I know the dogs are being walked pretty regularly these days, and everybody's home, so they're being loved by their owners. Let's not forget the animals in the world these days. And let's take one more. Ooh, Chantel, romance is imminent. New romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through a reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. That may apply to some of you, or if you're already in a really beautiful relationship, then maybe taking it to the next level with some positive chi flow. Okay? As we are surrounding ourselves in our homes more, being home, our relationships are either growing stronger or they're falling apart, one of the two. And relationship and love, compassion for self, that's where it all begins. And then if you have that, then it radiates out to another. And I'll be doing more love readings coming up, and more guidance for that. So, my friends, it's been a joy to meet with you again, and I want to thank you for this time with you today. And I have more exciting things coming up as the month of July comes up. I will be working diligently on helping everyone through these energies that are coming up for us. And as it's helping you, it's helping me as well. And we're all helping each other, okay? So if you would like a private reading or a Feng Shui consultation or a tarot card reading, you have my information below, and I'd be happy to send you the information, detailed information on my price list, and detailed information on how I can help you in your home and in your life. All right, have a wonderful day, and I wish you nothing but love, blessings, love and light. Namaste, my friends.